I've got all the details on new construction in the Tri-Valley area. It's all coming up. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Warren Oberholser. With our current housing inventory shortage, many buyers are considering purchasing new construction. And why not? In California, they come with a 10-year limited warranty. And let's face it, it's a brand new home. What's not to love? So in this video, I'm going to discuss where you can find them, what is currently available at this time, price ranges, how you can lock in your mortgage interest rate while the property's still being built, and what challenges that are possibly ahead for home builders that may be a blessing for you. Before I begin, as I have noted in my previous new home building videos, I have no affiliation with any home builder. For any specific questions, please reach out to the builder directly. So where are these properties? Well, I'm located in Northern California, San Francisco region, and more specifically in the Eastbay Tri-Valley area. These developments are located in Pleasanton, Dublin, and San Ramon. In Pleasanton, it's Diamond Canyon by Toll Brothers. Dublin, the Boulevard by Lennar and Brookfield's Builders. And San Ramon, it's Hillcrest at the Preserve by Lennar and Twin Oaks by Toll Brothers. I'm going to begin with Diamond Canyon in Pleasanton by Toll Brothers. Diamond Canyon consists of 43 single-family estates. These homes are 2 stories with an average lot size of 16,771 square feet. Price starts in the low $3 millions. Per emails and the website information I've received, all homes will be completed in approximately 14 to 16 months from the date you enter into contract. At the time I made this video, which was just a few weeks ago, you can see they're still in the beginning stages of laying down the infrastructure. The roads are in, you can see the hills are terraced, you'll see retaining walls, but what I don't see are any foundations poured yet. It's still just, land there. It's been leveled and prepared, but I don't see any footings, nor do I see any actual concrete foundations. When I emailed Toll Brothers and asked about any way we can tour a property, they made it clear that they don't have any models available, nor do they have a physical office you can visit and look at the site map or answer any questions. It's all done through email. They may call you back, but my communication with them has been through text and email response. So how can you purchase a Diamond Canyon property? Well, right now, the only way you can do this is through pre-sales. So you would first have to go to their website and complete the pre-application sheet. The main purpose for the pre-approval process is to validate the buyer's financials and to know how much the buyer can afford. Now, here's the thing. I've only seen Toll Brothers do this. In an email they sent me regarding the purchasing process, all offers are reviewed and considered using a best and final offer process. In other words, the property will be sold to the highest bidder. This means if the asking price is $3.1 million, in order to be competitive in our current seller's market, especially in Pleasanton, you need to consider increasing your offer price. So let's look at what properties are available. Looking at their site map, you can see that there's 4 properties currently available. 15 properties have already been sold. That leaves approximately 24 properties have not been released to the public yet. I did email Toll Brothers inquiring when will these 24 additional properties be available. I will update you when I find out. Let's now go to Dublin. We're going to look at the Boulevard. There are 2 home builders for the Boulevard. It is Lennar and Brookfield. Brookfield has 3 developments. They include condos, townhomes, and single-family detached houses. Broadway are townhomes, Hyde Park are condos, and Melrose are single-family detached homes. Presently, Broadway is sold out, but they do have a new phase coming soon. Hyde Park has a couple of units available, but they will be selling off their models shortly. For the pricing, Broadway is in the low $1 millions. Hyde Park is going to start about 1.3 and go up to about 1.6. And the detached houses at Melrose are going to start about 1.8. You can book a tour for Melrose. You'll need to reach out to the sales agent to set up a time and date. Now, they also have a new development coming up called the Abbey. There's not a lot of information on it. As I understand from the builder, they're going to be lower end condos, and they'll be available sometime this year. One thing I really like about Brookfield is they're very accessible. If I call them, they call me back. If I email them, they get right back to me. And I'm sure they're going to be that way to a buyer. I'm just a real estate agent. So they're very hands-on, and they're more of a boutique builder versus the large, Toll Brothers, Lennar. I'm not putting the other ones down, but I'm just saying they just tend to have a lot more service available to you. So that will help as far as any questions you have. And if you purchase a property and you're waiting for it to go along, they seem to be available for you to answer any questions you might have. Now, they have a new center that's being built. They call it the Hub. And you can see this on my video here. It's still under construction. It says home quarters. That will be sort of the main area that you can go in and visit and talk to the sales agents for any of the developments that I just went over with you. So again, they're very helpful and they're accessible. The next builder at the Boulevard is Lennar. Now, Lennar has basically completed everything. They do have a couple of units available, and then they'll be selling off their models. And you kind of see a pattern here. They first wait until all the units have been sold, or even if they haven't been completed, they have to have somebody in contract for them, and then they'll usually start selling off the models. Some people like to buy a model, some people don't. What I think is a good idea about purchasing a model is that it's done. So you have a home there. And as you're going to hear me discuss this, that's a big deal with new construction is when will it be available? A model is completed. So that means you can just move in, or whenever they say you can count on that. They're not going to be dealing with supply issues or labor problems, and the price will be the price. I think models are something you should consider. Let's now go to the last one is in San Ramon. San Ramon has two developments, Hillcrest at the Preserve by Lennar and Twin Oaks by Toll Brothers. We're going to start with Twin Oaks, which is Toll Brothers. This complex has 162 units. It's made up of 40 single-family detached houses and 122 townhomes. As I understand, in order to purchase a property here, you're going to go through the same procedural steps as I discussed at Diamond Canyon. You go on their website, you'll register, you'll fill out that survey or whatever they call it, and it basically means that you're going to be pre-qualified with their lender. The sales agent I spoke to said originally home purchases were made via the best and final offer. This is the same process currently going on in Diamond Canyon. However, this has been discontinued. Presently, the set price or list price is the amount accepted, so no bidding wars. The price range for the townhomes, and this development is called the Grove, starts at $1 million. For the Arbors, which are the single-family detached homes, they start at $1.8 million. I'm unclear if they have any units you can tour at this time. I did email them. I'll update you once I find out. The last new construction site we're going to talk about is Hillcrest at the Preserve by Lennar. Now, their phase is basically sold out. However, they do have a couple of units still left. Now, this means, like I said in Dublin, is that once they finish selling the phase out or selling all the units, then the models are available for purchase. And this can be a great opportunity to know that you can buy something right now and move in. The price range for these units start about $1.3 million and go up to about $1.6 million. When I was there, I videoed the interior of all four models, including the community's clubhouse and pool. If you'd like to see this in a future video, please post that below in the comments. Now, if you do choose to purchase a new property, new construction property, I want to talk about the importance of locking in your interest rates now while it's under construction. Mortgage interest rates have gone up since the beginning of the year about 2%. And so what are we now? We're about 5.35%. And it's thought that mortgage interest rates are going to hit 6 and go over by the end of this year. So if you are financing this property, it's important to know what your mortgage interest rates are going to be. I get it, rates can go down, and they may, and I hope they do. But in the event they keep going up, and there's all kinds of speculation. If you know that whatever the rate that you can lock in now, you can afford, then I would weigh heavy on doing that so that you can sort of sit back, wait for that property to be completed. Now, you're going to say, well, how do you lock in your rates when we're looking at a property that won't be completed for 12 months, 18 months? Well, some home builders' preferred lenders offer a type of loan that features an early mortgage interest rate lock. Now, there's additional cost for this service. However, this peace of mind can be worth it. I would also shop this out. I know of a couple of loan agents that have lenders that do offer this kind of product. If you'd like a referral, reach out to me and I'll send you their contact. I want to address what I think is going to be a challenge for builders that may end up being a blessing for you. This goes back to the rise in mortgage interest rates. We have now started to measure or see overall total home purchases going down, and this is especially true in new construction. A YouTube channel that I watch and I highly recommend is Michael Zuber's One Rental at a Time. A regular featured guest on Michael's channel is Greg Dickerson. He's a home builder and has been in new construction for years and has a wealth of information. On one of their recent videos, and I have the link below so you can watch it, they discussed that the National Association of Home Builders' latest stats show new home permits are down as well as overall buyer interest. Buyer interest includes website inquiries and actual foot traffic to the models. The bottom line, new home sales have dropped. And as Greg has pointed out, what drives the housing market, especially with new construction, is mortgage interest rates. This is the first time since 2009 that mortgage interest rates have gone above 5%. It's predicted by Fortune magazine there could be as much as a 25% decline in national new home sales by this summer. When I talk about how this is affecting home building, I'm looking at a national curve. If we take it to our hyper-local area, like I am in the Tri-Valley area, apparently at this point, it's not affecting anything. I actually personally talked to the sales agents asking them. Keep in mind, residential real estate has a 6-month lag time. So whatever is happening now or has been in the last month or two may not affect or may not be measured until the end of the year. If this does affect our hyper-local area in the Tri-Valley area where I've just talked about from Pleasanton to San Ramon, it's possible that these builders will offer some kind of incentive. I'm not saying price drops or anything like that, but there may be something on financing or some kind of consideration on, features you can get as far as upgrades and stuff. Either way, if new construction is a possibility for you, then I would stay in touch with them to see if there's something that looks more inviting. At the same time, if you're thinking, you know what, I want to pull the trigger, I'm ready to go, I wouldn't wait. We're going to have an inventory issue over the next 2 or 3 years, and I'll talk about that more in future videos. The main thing, and I've talked about that with my other listings I couldn't sell last year or couldn't get on the market, is that the current homeowner has no incentive to sell. I mean, they most likely have low interest rates, right? I mean, everybody, if they're thought of refinancing and they did in the last year or so, the mortgage interest rate's probably like, 2.6? It's like free money. And if they purchased before the pandemic, and especially if they've been there 10 years or so, they have a lower price point where they bought their home. And I always talk about Prop 13. Their property taxes are kept in check. They don't go up more than 1 or 2% a year. So their overall holding costs are down. So they may still put their property on the market and wait. And what will happen if all of the interest rates going up is affecting the buyer, which I feel it will, then they may not get that number they want. Now, this is that pivot, that crest I talk about. 2 things can happen. One, they can decide to wait, say, I'll just stay here for a while. That's not a bad thing because that means that it does what for the inventory? It adds inventory. That's how inventory starts to grow. Or they can also just say, I'll pull it off and try it next year. People do that too. But the point I'm saying is there's not an incentive for them to say, we got to get our house off the books because they got to know where they're going to go. However, a new home builder, it's different. And in that video I recommended you watch, on One Rental at a Time, Greg talks about that home builders, it's a business. These are public companies, most of them are. They have, people they have to be accountable for, and they want to get that inventory off the books. So they march to a different drum. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying, wait for the price drops or anything like that, but there could be some incentives down the road. So look for that to see if there's any movement and anything going on in there that might be of interest and may be valuable to you. So I've gone over a lot of material. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Please post your comments down below as far as your journey in home purchasing. And if you've had some experiences with new home construction, let me know what it is. Please post that down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Post any questions or comments down below too. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so you don't miss anything. If you like this video, you may want to watch these other two that are starting to come up because I'm going to go over some of the same material I just talked about. So stay tuned. Please reach out to me for any of your real estate questions or needs, and I wish you all the best on your home journey.